So apparently the Abigail Project was a true story that the government turned into a creepypasta to make it look like the leaked information wasn't true. Now, if you ever heard of the Abigail Project, basically it involves Area 51 and superhumans. Yeah, I know, it gets a little bit far-fetched, but let's be honest, humanity hasn't been great to people throughout time. Now, this project allegedly took place at Area 51 in the 1940s by a scientist named Western. But Western had a little bit of a problem. He wanted to create a superhuman. He kind of figured up all the formulas. He had a team working with him. The only big problem he has, nobody would participate in the study because they were like, no, if you do this, you're going to die. Well, Western was like, you know what? I got a daughter named Abigail who would be more than willing to do this experiment. So he brought in Abigail, started doing all these experiments on her, and it got to a point where she was getting severely mutilated, and everybody was like, we need to stop this. It wasn't the mutilation, it was the fact that she was losing her humanity. But they couldn't because she would die. Well, the higher ups decided this was a failed experiment and told him he needed to end the study. Well, he didn't want to kill his daughter off. Apparently, he really did love her, so he tried to negotiate a deal. He's like, we can stop this, but I don't want you all to kill her off. So they put her in some sort of containment facility and kept her alive. Well, eventually Western passed away, but apparently the government was like, oh, we made a deal with him, we can't kill it off, but he never said anything about starving it to death. So they started starving Abigail off, but she wouldn't die. Apparently, he created the superhuman he wanted to create, and yeah, she wouldn't die. They didn't know what else to do, so they ended up shooting at it. It escaped, it ate all the guards, and then they kind of got it trapped, and they put it in a steel cage and poured concrete over it. And supposedly, it's still alive. Now, basically, that's Project Abigail in a box. However, some of the elements of this could be seen throughout history and has been done before, so I can see how some people think it really did happen. And I'm curious to think if you did, or if you just think this is some creepy pasta that popped up on the internet and turned out to be a pretty good one.